So I want to talk about my bedroom situation in a paid-for cave while working in FDA. First and foremost, I have been living in the same environment and circumstance for the past 15 years. Really, I would say all my life I've lived in poverty, but the main thing is that um, right now I am actually being victimized to no renovations because I don't know how to fix flesh. Like, my flesh is absolutely horrendous. I have a beard of scars under my chin. I have dark spots and blemishes all over my face. Obviously, as you can see, I have this gut. And these are things I've tried to fix. I've spent over $300,000 trying to fix my flesh. So it's not like it's been without, trying to fix it. It's just that I think some of us are messed up by our stress level, not necessarily aging. And if I'm not secure and guaranteed to have a functional respect level, it messes up my skin. But I say this because right now there are people who are not wanting to fix the environment of a paid for cave because they feel like it matches your appearance. You have some spots that are clear and you have some spots that are damaged. So that's why your bedroom is unfresh, and that's why we don't try to fix anything because we feel like it's too good for you. If we put someone like you in a nice, renovated place, it would be like as if, but you don't deserve it because you couldn't fix your own body, so you don't deserve fresh things. And I want to talk about the only thing that could be fresh, but it should be, and that is flesh. Like, nothing else is important except your body. And so if you can't fix your body, everything else is going to fall by the wayside. And fixing your body is more other people respecting it and other people not holding you back from doing it or even maintaining the results. Um, Back in 2013, I had went to a Spatique nail parlor, and I spent over $10,000 because my feet had become, my toenails had fallen off, and they were dark and yellowish, and they all fell off my toenails. I only had like two, toenails. And I went to this place and I showed it to them. I was very ashamed and very embarrassed. And I went like every week, sometimes twice a week, just to get it up, up and running. And I spent over $10,000 in 3 months, but more than that. And I was hospitalized for 3 days by my employer, and the nails went back to being black. And the hospitalization was, they thought I was having a seizure one day, which I don't know how that happened. They called the ambulance and they forced me to get in the ambulance and took me to a psych ward. And just the stress and the uncertainty of a life, my whole body messed up. After that, my forehead started breaking out. I have scars on my thighs from that time in my life. Like, I still have the scars from it. I had scars all up my knee. They went away, but after that experience, my whole body broke out into scars and blemishes. I mean, I guess I was so much in shock, And ever since then, I've not been able to recover. I mean, it's been from one thing to another. I started having wisdom teeth growing. My eyes became yellow because people would wake me up when I wasn't ready. So my eyes are yellow just because I woke up when I wasn't ready. Now, going to sleep is nothing. I used to sleep at different hours, and I used to have 3 hours sleep. I always woke up when I wanted to, or my body told me to get. I never ever woke up before my body told me to. So in the past 15 years, I've had to wake up just because people told me, and they said if I didn't do it, I'd be homeless. And so that's how these things actually started to process itself. But the reason why I don't have fresh paint in this bedroom, and the reason why I don't have fresh possessions, or the reason why people don't renovate this bedroom or even this apartment, is because they're trying to give me a message that you're no good. Like, you match what you're going through. Like, if you have parts of you that look good, you have parts of you that look bad. And I'm like, but I didn't make the flesh and I didn't make the products for people to fall short. I'm a victim of, or rather subjected to, and you shouldn't really punish me for something that I didn't even choose to do. I mean, even if my flesh is messed up, you still shouldn't throw me in a bad situation, because no one should have ever said, oh, because people age, we're going to put them in bad engineering and we're going to slow down the renovation process of their landlords and the people that they're leasing from. Every 6 months, you all should have painted or recarpeted, or you should have cleaned something, or you should have remodeled something or renovated something. Those blinds on the patio door should have been turned into remote slide doors. And that's just the truth. They should have replaced with slide doors. This wood should have been buffed and recolored or something. The paint should have been done. There's certain crown molding that you could have replaced, There are various factors, like every year, there should be something you do. I shouldn't just be paying to live in a place where I clean and it gets dingy. Dingy means old apartments get dingy even when you clean them because the chemicals are harsh. One of the reasons I stopped cleaning is because the chemicals were affecting my hands. At Jamba Juice, my hands used to feel like as if I couldn't bend my fingers. At Jamba Juice, I would stick my hands in the sanitized water, so when I come home and clean, I started to feel, my whole arm was hurting, and it would feel really dry, and my hands would burn at night. Now I have this bump on my knuckle, and it gets really tense because of cleaning products. But had I not worked in that industry, and plus I couldn't find another job, I wouldn't even have these problems. So in essence, the reason why this wall is dirty is because, it's like it can be repainted, which I would prefer, but I'm not the kind of person to clean something that's not really dirty. It's like, it's not really dirty. It's like if you have a bookcase in a library, if you don't have a maid to dust it, those books are dusty, but they're not dirty. And so until you have company or guests, and until you hire a maid or someone who's gonna, constantly dust an area, if you have it for just showcasing, you may not, do anything. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you a secret about walls. Walls are to protect you from outside, which means if your wall is ever dirty, it's because either you are wearing a prosthetic epidermis, so it's not your fault, and that's crazy, or you've had too many children at one time, or you're living incorrectly in the house, or you're moving your body for a job or production or distribution in such a way that the wall is not any longer a wall, because if it's a wall, that means it keeps dirt from coming in the house. See, a wall is so that your house won't be dirty, not the floor. The floor is just so that you could walk, but the wall is so that your house won't be dirty. So if your walls are ever dirty, you don't have to clean them, because that means that the human race has done something wrong to you, because your wall will only be dirty if the world outside of you is telling you to leave your house, and you don't have time to, because if you leave your house too much, that means you don't have the wall. Now, of course, people are vacating to overturn that, you have to be home to have the wall, but vacating is like being in an everlasting house. When you travel, the world respects you. So if you have a lot of money, you're always at home, because people are providing you walls that are self-cleaned by janitorial services and employees. But if you're just always going to a job and coming home, if you're being domestically abused, if you're stressed out, if your body's hurting, if your walls ever get dirty, it's because you're wearing an epidermis prosthetic, which obviously the law has been broken, and you're paying a price for people to break the law. Because however much makeup you buy to cover scars, that's how much you pay for people to murder you, assault you. I've paid over $300,000 for people to assault me and murder me, and people are still going to judge me. They're laughing behind my back. So they're like, bitch, you have makeup residue on your roof that's white, and you never even put one thing white on the planet. You have pale walls that have makeup dust on it. I'm like, but you know what? If the wall is dirty, I don't even have it, because I have not lived here. I would never be in a place and the walls would be dirty, because the wall protects me from the outside. The wall is all we have. Even the roof don't protect you from dirt, just the wall. The wall stops the wind from moving the dirt around. The roof doesn't stop that. The floor doesn't stop that. The roof stops water from getting in your life. The roof is for water, the wall is for dirt, and the floor is just for you. So for someone to say, my wall is dirty, if my wall is ever dirty, motherfucker, the law has been broken. And I wouldn't do that to myself. Why would I even touch my own walls? Unless things are so stressed and I'm rushing around doing stuff and I don't have time to lay around and fix myself and clean. That's crazy. But I have people that are punishing me because they're like, you're so ugly, and I am. You're so decomposed, and I am. You're so wretched and so unattractive that we don't have to give you anything fresh and decent because you don't deserve it. And I'm like, I want each and every one of you to be electrocuted for all eternity, because honestly, I didn't damage my body. It got damaged from Methodist Hospital, employers, customers, passerbyers, domestic violence, family dysfunction, family rejection. I didn't make flesh. I can't maintain it alone. Flesh requires everyone to respect it, not just me buying products and taking a bath and putting stuff on it. I woke up one day with scars all over my face, but the bumps never were there. It's not my fault, and I've not been able to get rid of them ever since. But what would have gotten rid of it is people stopped working me and let me rest and get my faith back. Let me heal myself. Let me stay home. Let me watch TV. Let me go to a fitness workout and enjoy myself. Let me smile sincerely. Let me feel and look and have things that are good without being dependent on some domestically abusive man or some dysfunctional family, or begging for assistance from racists and people who are trying to fill the life of the millennium because they come out of African American slavery, they come out of the Holocaust.